Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are looking at a comic pack that not surprisingly ended up in the clearance section at Walmart, and as you can see, it has a $5.48 price, which is actually less than a basic action figure. And it's our theory that this is possibly the worst comic pack ever made, and that's why no one wanted it. So I think we're going to go ahead and review it and see how bad it really is. And my guest reviewer is Mary.
Hi.
And so since this involves Princess Leia and kind of um, a horrible rendition of a female figure, we have a female perspective on it. So anyway,
Um, I'll go ahead and start my guest review by saying that I think this is the worst action figure I have ever seen in my entire life. Now, granted, I am not the expert that many of you are, nor even my husband here, who knows, exactly what to look for and say. But this chick, she is looking really terrible. I'm not sure how well you can see through the packaging, but when I saw her, I was just like, she's a midget. She's not painted well. She's bow-legged, has cankles, and painted. I mean, she's painted horribly. I think it's so funny because you see the picture of her, what she's supposed to look like on the side here. Then you look in there and you're like, are they supposed to be the same person? And I think it's funny, on the back of the package, you have the where they show them, and typically these are like really good, like the best they could possibly ever be figures. Like the one you get is usually going to be painted more haphazardly, and the one on the back is going to be perfect. She looks like crap on the back of the package. You can see her weird
yeah.
feet, the fact that she is oddly proportioned, everything. So I mean, like, this was just. I really have no idea why they said yeah, it's a go. It's just really, really terrible. So I think that's why when he saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, you have to, for $5.48, you have to get this so that we can review it because it's just so bad. I think, I'm actually pretty amazed at how bad it is. And it's packaged with this other Prince Zizor, or however you want to say that he's really cool. And
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
yeah, I think he's really cool, just from, seeing him in the package. But she is so subpar compared to him. It's just kind of amazing.
All right, let's open it up and see how bad it really is. Oh, I want to open this without destroying the comic book, which might be the best part of this whole thing. So,
Harder to dig into than you thought.
yeah, it is. Well, I'm trying to, because I almost like destroyed. Um, I'm just really ripping this up. I almost destroyed the comic on another one of these when I opened it, so I don't want to do that with this one. I mean, I guess the smart thing would be scissors, but it's kind of too late in the game for that. All right, just carefully pull the comic out and pull the figures out. Whoa, she has some soft goods. Okay. He has soft goods too.
Oh, he does.
Okay.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Her soft goods are like packaged on the outside of the little mold.
Okay, have at it.
All right. So she's just
Here's a other Leia just for comparison, just to do like a size reference. And the other Leia is a whole head taller than her.
right. I'm not sure if they were just trying to make her look small in comparison to old Princess Izel right here or something, or what, but I don't know. They should have just made him bigger.
Yeah.
They've done it in the past where, larger characters were actually oversized figures. They should have just done that, because I don't know how well you can see the detail of her feet there. But, I mean, that's just horrible. Not to mention, the way the joints are.
Yeah, they didn't even paint the inside of the joints.
Yeah, when you bend the joint, you see the blue. And, the blue was painted as well. So why, I don't think that's even blue plastic. It just doesn't make any sense why they would do that. And she's got these little sandals on. And that is just one heck of a cankle. I'm not sure if all of you know what a cankle is, but it's when your ankle and your calf don't change. And that's exactly what she's got going on. The shape of her calves and her knees for that joint that is a little stiff, but she's bow-legged. She has this weird paunch. I don't know. Right here, her stomach is just kind of strange, the way she's built. I'm not sure if you can see that or not.
Maybe the comic is about Leia, just sort of letting go.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't read the comic yet. Maybe that's what this is about. Like,
and I mean, she just, she's really poorly painted. Her face sculpt is not very good. Her head and her body, the rest of her body, the paint colors don't match.
Oh yeah, dollar store. I mean, when the head and the body paint don't match, that just drives me crazy. Because especially for Hasbro, I mean, they are usually the standard on painting for these action figures.
You can see the blue under her hair, where the ball joint for her head is coming out there. Can you see that?
Yeah, I do see that.
It's just bad. She's real spindly right here, and then bulky up here. It's just a bad sculpt. Just altogether a bad sculpt.
How's this thing fit?
These are...
There's a picture on the back.
Yeah, these are like arm cuff to arm cuff. Talk about...
Does this make the figure any better?
No. Talk about something that would get in the way if you're a real human being. I'm trying to...
He's got the same thing going on, the little cuff cape thing.
Yeah. Try running around and being super duper when you got something like that hanging off you. Yeah, it just doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's how they show it. Yeah, on the back of the box, that's how they show it, just kind of hanging out back there.
Yeah.
It's a noble idea, but it doesn't really quite work. The material that they made it out of is kind of stiff, too, so it really doesn't flow right.
Yeah, it's not very expensive. It's the same material they used to make... If you ever go to a wedding and they have the little bags they put birdseed or rice in, it's the exact same material. And it's really cheap.
Yeah, it doesn't want to stay on very well, either. I mean, it just... No matter if you put it up on her upper arm or her forearm, it doesn't want to stay on.
Yeah.
Bad hand sculpt, too, to me. I've seen so many very detailed hands. They got full rotation on her wrists, no swivel, or whatever the proper term is.
For her elbows?
For her wrists.
Oh, yeah.
Her elbows are nothing. So she's moderately articulated. Ankle articulation.
Yeah, we've covered the ankles.
Yeah. I guess that's the problem, is they wanted to give her the ankle articulation, and that gave her the big
That was the first thing that jumped out at me when I saw they just did a poor paint job on it. She was strangely short, and just the paint was terrible. So, the face sculpt is not good. It's kind of a dud.
Yeah.
Just a dud. Of course, I do need to read the comic. Maybe there's a context for this. Now, Prince Zizor is a little bit better.
Yeah, he's got some head tilt action going on here. He's got some attitude that's kind of cool, actually. It feels like we're getting a lot of backlit action here, so it's kind of hard to see. But he has He has some kind of nifty attitude. I like how his head's kind of, but he has really, really good textured paint job on his face. You can see a lot of the detail in the cranial structure. He has a lot of neat details in his cranial structure.
I like his stick.
Yes, his staff is pretty cool. Looks like a key on top, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I think he's a good figure. It
Yeah.
almost makes up for this awful Princess Leia.
He's got some like cool back stuff going on. Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
his
like that.
spine kind of comes up out of his.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is really cool.
His what do you call this sashy, capey thing that he's wearing? Outfit has some really neat texture on it. It's built into the plastic, pretty rigid plastic, but it's still that bendy kind.
He's a good figure. He's
Yeah.
one that you could display and everything. Yeah,
See, he has ankle articulation. Pretty decent articulation. Both of these are pretty stiff. But he has elbow articulation, whereas she did not. Let's see, he's got just a ball joint head, stiff ponytail. He also has these little kind of like, it's not really a cape, it's just a little elbow flare. But he's pretty cool actually. And I think her stuff would have been better made out of this material. It's not a sheer, but it would have flowed better. But, I mean, like, him compared to her, they don't even match because he's so well painted and she's so poorly painted. She has no detail, nothing, and he is very, very detailed. So, kind of a weird matchup.
Yeah.
Because I really do like him. He's pretty darn cool. I like that especially.
Yeah, that is really cool. Last, we'll go over the comic.
I just want to mention too, real quick, he has really neat hands.
Oh yeah, he has like 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, I don't know if he
Very alien.
might be easier to see on white, but
yeah,
he has some neat hands. They're pretty detailed too.
So one good figure, one bad figure. Now let's look at the comic.
Shadows of the Empire.
Leia doesn't really look like she's let herself go in the comic. She looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, she's making out with Prince Zysor?
Yes, she is.
Oh man, what kind of comic is this? She's supposed to be Han's girl. This is rotten.
I have to admit, like, I'm a little harsh on the artistry, but I think it's kind of a messy artist. But
yeah, so many Star Wars comics, you see so many different styles of I've shown that in my other videos that when you've seen one Star Wars comic, you've seen one Star Wars comic because the art varies so much.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for this. It's a little messy. I've seen a lot better.
Yeah,
comics.
I don't really like it either. It's nervous. It's not the. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't like it that much.
Yeah, I like a little bit more of the classic, tighter renderings, personally.
Yeah. I like the Millennium Falcon there.
Yeah, that's a nice detail.
You could almost pull that page out and frame it. Just.
Yeah, I think to
It
me.
looks like a good comic.
Yeah, to me the style of the characters is a little too cartoony. I like the cover. I like that, and I know you're not going to get that on the inside, but,
Right.
But
Yeah, the cover
you can
is
still
nice.
get closer to that than this. I'm not really sure who this Wookiee is here.
That's supposed to be a Chewbacca with a flat top.
Is it Chewbacca with a flat
I
top?
think so, because
or
he's
is
got
it just-
Chewbacca's bandolier on.
Okay, that's pretty darn cool.
But maybe I'm
It's
wrong.
just funny.
Like I said, I haven't read it. I might be wrong, but it is funny if that's Chewie with a flat top.
Yeah. Well, there's another Wookiee in it later on.
Oh, okay, maybe it's
So,
not.
Yeah, there's another. Well, is that the same flat-topped one?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess so. It's just that he's looks kind of like a golden retriever.
Okay,
He looks like he'd be fun to pet. That's very
10 seconds. Last
10
comments?
seconds. Overall, I think it was definitely worth the $5.48 just for Prince Sizor. And the comic is pretty cool. That's a really cool Chewbacca face. But But she's a colossal mistake.
Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.